Yo, my people, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Patala FC. We are within. Now, there's news swirling about the African Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen hinting at the fact that he would like to join Chelsea. He did say it a few years ago, but Chelsea were in a different place at that time, and Chelsea are in a different place now. What's surprising is that Chelsea's history seems to keep attracting players because players seem to not mind joining Chelsea even when we don't have Europe, even when we don't have a proper vision or sight of when we will be back and elite in Europe. However, I do feel Victor Osimhen is a bit different to the strikers that we've had that have caused us to have a number 9 curse. We all know about the number 9 curse that Chelsea have, and if we were to go through like all these strikers, it would be painful one by one, of course. But we're gonna list them and then talk about those that worked, and there are very few that worked, so it's not gonna take us time to get straight to the point there. So since the Abramovich era, we've had quite a number, quite an amazing number, to be honest. But the ones that come to mind that make us get that shock and that how did Chelsea fail with this player? We have Andriy Shevchenko, Alexandra Pato, Radamel Falcao, Romelu Lukaku on his return, Fernando Torres, Gonzalo Higuain to some degree, didn't get that much time though. Hernan Crespo. Yes, Hernan Crespo played for Chelsea. For those, yeah, it's quite staggering. Chelsea strikers, man. Are there more? Let me know if I missed anyone. Alvaro Morata. Woo, I was gonna leave without listing Alvaro Morata. And then the ones that have worked out are men that didn't wear the number 9 jersey itself, but they were number 9s. Didier Drogba and Diego Costa. What do Didier Drogba and Diego Costa have that these other strikers lacked? I feel it's aggression. Aggression, but in the form of a bully on the pitch. A player that wants to be a menace to defenders, make defenders uncomfortable in the box. Drogba had it. Diego Costa definitely had it more recently. And both strikers won the league Drogba won 3 times because he won it when he came back. And Diego Costa won the league twice. So these strikers were very much bullies. And every other striker, as much as they were classy, the one that hurts me the most could be Fernando Torres. He wasn't as commanding in the box as these other two. In Drogba's second season, when he became our proper number 9 or proper striker, if Drogba didn't have options, he would shoot from distance and he would score from distance. It was a time where strikers were more daring to shoot from distance, but he was actually effective in doing that. And I think that actually showed everyone else in the team that this man needs to be our focal point. It emphasizes to the rest of the team that his dominance on the ball, in the box, it forces other players to say, if we need to play through him. It's similar to what Erling Haaland has done to Manchester City, even though we know City can win without him. When he's there, we need to feed this player. The same thing with Diego Costa when he got to Chelsea. Other strikers, they just haven't had that authority. We tried to look for Alvaro Morata in the beginning, first few months. We looked for Lukaku on his return for the first 3 games, and then Tuchel just didn't fancy him because of other aspects, I believe. We need a striker that we look for, a striker that's a bully. Now, is Victor Osimhen that guy? I think he could be, to be honest. I think he could be. We have a good history with African strikers. Does he destabilize the dressing room is another question. Did we buy Nicholas Jackson so he could develop into the striker that we want when we look at Victor Osimhen? What's the point if we need to develop, if we're going to now take the route of just getting experienced players? It's 2 different approaches. However, it's not that we wouldn't like Victor Osimhen in this setup. He's not an old striker. He's not even 30. I believe he's turning 26 this year, which is a proper age. He could be at the peak of his powers at this moment. And if he wants to leave Napoli end of this window, definitely Chelsea needs to throw their hats in the ring there, because that's a striker and a half. A release clause of 140 million, I believe. But Chelsea have been splurging, so you believe it's pocket change for Todd Bowley and his people. It'll be interesting to see if we do get Osimhen, it changes everything. It changes everything. It changes our style of play. Um, I think it makes a lot of our players a lot more effective, though. I see a Christopher Nkunku slash Osimhen slash Cole Palmer. Oof. Oh, Europe. And of course, I think where we end up at the end of the season also impacts his decision. Because if we do get into Europe, we are a lot more attractive. And Chelsea, even in a dismal season, are able to brag about being in cup finals. So I think it kind of emphasizes our stature in football. We haven't lost it. We haven't lost everything, but we're definitely not the same for me. Definitely not. But we move. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, you'd like Victor Osimhen. I'm not going to ask you if you'd like Victor Osimhen to join Chelsea. If you're a rival fan, of course not. But as Chelsea, welcome, welcome.